Hey guys, it's Busy. I want to jump on here and tell you about an idea that I had to kind of switch things up just a little bit. As you guys know, I have been feeling very strongly about taking a step back from reading on Luke and Nicola so frequently. I mentioned that in my last reading, that I would be, putting more time between readings. Now, guys, this is, again, very important for a number of reasons. First reason is energy, okay? It is very draining on Luke and Nicola to have so many people reading so frequently on them. It's absolutely draining them. And the problem is they don't know that why they're feeling drained, why they're feeling tired, because again, we don't have consent to do this. They don't know that we're doing these readings on them. And so it's not really fair to them to drain them like this. And, I have too much love and respect for them to do this. I mean, they're already under so much pressure. They're so busy working and trying to, advance their careers. And they have so many different irons in the fire that adding to their stress and this drain on them is just not fair or ethical to do. So I'm going to do my best not to contribute to that when it comes to Luke and Nick. Another reason why it's really important for me to take a step back, like I'd mentioned before, is to remain objective. Okay, we can't be super objective if we're reading constantly on them. We're too close to the subject, and we miss things. Okay, we miss things. We miss things when it comes to timing even. Normally we read once every 3 months on a subject, but reading on a weekly basis on people, you tend to get timing off because you think just because you're feeling it right now, it must be happening right now. Well, that's not always the case. I'll give you a good example of timing. Many years ago, I had done a reading for a friend of mine who was anxious at getting pregnant, okay? And in my reading, I had gotten that she would get pregnant soon, okay? And I laid out the whole scenario for her, what I was picking up on. And to me, it felt like only a few months away. But it turns out it was actually about 18 months before it actually took place. It was kind of shocking that it took so long. And I thought, man, I really missed it. But it wasn't the case. I was just off in the timing. It did end up happening exactly the way that I had seen it happen. It was just not that time. So we have to give leeway for that. And again, sometimes when you're reading too frequently, you expect it to happen right away. And yes, I can put time frames on stuff, but it's important to remember that, it doesn't always happen in the time frame in which we see it or we feel it, because there is no timing on 5D energy, and that's what we are reading. It is incredibly frustrating, but it is what it is. Not only that, but as I've mentioned, free will plays a big hand in things. And if, they make a decision, things can change. I just did a timeline for you guys, and I felt like only a few days afterwards that, oh, shoot, that timeline got shifted once again. Doesn't mean that I don't still feel like these things are going to take place. It just means that they may have been delayed. And I do feel like there has been a big delay that's happening in this connection. There are a lot of factors at play because this is real life, and real life is messy. It's not an 8-part miniseries. It doesn't just flow and fall into place like we want it to. These are real life people with real life complications, real life decisions that have to be made. They have real life adjacents that are causing delays and problems all on their own. And they have to handle those. And the less pressure we can put on them, the faster they'll be able to take care of those situations. And just like any other really super headstrong, stubborn person, and Lord knows those two are headstrong, stubborn people, they need to figure this shit out on their own. And the more that we push at them, the more that the collective pushes at them to be together, the longer it's going to take for them to actually get together. The longer it's going to take for them to abandon their adjacents in that particular track and find their way back to where they're supposed to be. And as a reader with these readings, I feel like we're rallying up the fan base to continue pushing on them. And I feel like that's very counterproductive. It's the opposite of what we want. We want them to get together. We don't want to drive that wedge further between them. So, and this happens a lot with fan bases, like we want it so bad and we keep pushing and it doesn't happen. And the moment the fan base abandons that idea is when shit actually happens, because they have to come together organically. They have to come together without pressure, without fear, like if they fear just being seen in public because of the reaction that they're going to get from us, well, they're not going to be out in public together. They're going to avoid it at all costs. And they're going to think it's not worth it. Maybe this isn't worth it because I can't deal with the insanity that's coming at us. So my goal is to avoid that and not contribute to getting people worked up into a frenzy and contributing to that delay. All right, those are my reasonings. So what my goal is and what I want to do. So I've been in my readers group. We have been taking a break on Luke and Nick, and we've been kind of branching out on some different fun ideas. And something that we have been doing recently are these zodiac readings, and we're like reading on the elements, and they've been so much fun. So I decided to do a little something for those who follow me, and something similar to what we're doing, except for I'm going to gear it more towards relationships. So I'm going to do kind of like a bi-weekly relationship forecast for the different zodiacs. I'll probably branch them out to like the elements. So there's like 3 zodiac signs within each element. But I figured that would be a lot of fun. It's something that is a treat for you guys and is specifically geared to you. I think it's a lot of fun. And, maybe you'll get something out of it. Maybe it's something that might be able to help you in your own personal life. And I love doing relationship readings. That's one of my favorite things. It always has been. We're going to do that. And I hope you guys enjoy them. I really do. I'm going to try to keep to a regular schedule. It's kind of hard for me, but I'm going to try. Anyways, I hope you guys understand my reasonings for kind of pulling back on Luke and Nick and can respect it. And I hope you'll enjoy these zodiac readings and give me some feedback. Let me know if any of the readings resonate with you guys. And hopefully that will tie you guys over a little bit until it's time to do another Luke and Nicola reading. So, as I said, going to give myself a little bit more time before doing that. Actually, not just myself, but give them some more time because they need time to figure their shit out. Because right now, nothing's changed. There's not a lot of change happening. So let's give them some space. Let's give them the opportunity to make these changes and to act upon their feelings and without any pressure and so on. And in the meantime, we'll have fun with these zodiac readings. And maybe I'll even expand on those just a little bit. But I figured it'd be a nice little treat specifically for my followers. So, all right, guys. Be blessed. Bless others. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. Stay safe out there if you're traveling, and take care of yourselves. All right, bye, guys.